Hello, I'm Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group. I'm here with Greg Livelli, Vice President, Flow Measurement of ABB. Greg, nice to see you again. Welcome to the forum. It's great to have you here.
Great to be back.
Greg, your motto is measurement made easy, and I've always found measurement to be a difficult thing. It's not my specialty, but it is a difficult discipline. Can you give me some concrete examples of how you're implementing that slogan, or what you mean by it in concrete terms?
Sure. We've spent a lot of time with customers understanding what their needs are and how to make their experience with ABB instruments, specifically the flow meters, to make it easier to install, configure, and operate. With the aging workforce and a depletion of workers, knowledgeable workers that are there, we had to make it the experience a lot better. So some of the things we've done is we color code the terminal strips to match the color coding of the wiring. So it's very easy to just connect the right wire in the right place and seat them properly. We use a easy setup menu that automatically comes when you first power on the electronics. That'll take you through the 9 steps that are usually required to set up a flow meter, rather than navigating through different menu trees or typically the 20 pages of menu trees that are in the software that's there. We've enhanced the diagnostic information to provide the remediation to any issues or problems that happen in the display, rather than I give you an error code, now go find the manual, look in the manual to what it is. And in the diagnostics, we've also enhanced the diagnostics to be more looking at not just the instrument, but what's happening in the application. If there's air bubbles entrapped in the flow stream, it will tell you that. If there's coating across an electrode on a mag meter, it will tell you that. So just different things to help make it easier to use, operate, and spend more time doing other activities rather than maintaining your flow meters.
Got it. So what you're really saying is you're addressing the human factors, the operational aspects of the measurement, as well as just the measurement technology itself.
Sure. Yeah. What we do is ABB uses a common platform of electronics across all of our instruments. So if you can program a mag meter, you can program our pressure transmitters, you can program our temperature transmitters, even our analytical devices. It's the same steps, the same software, has the configuration and the calibration data in the sensors itself. So I'm not pumping in information off of a calibration sheet. They're just more intuitive and smarter, and allowing users to use smarter instruments allows them to get more information and usability out of their flow meters.
Okay. Well, I think what we hear a lot from end users, especially in a lot of the upstream industries now, is the brutal cost pressures that they're under. And the last 2 years, they've gotten very, very difficult kind of operating conditions, and cost pressures are intense. How can you guys help them in that area?
We've really modernized our design. The average age of our flow portfolio is less than 5 years, and about 5-7 years ago it was 12 years. So we brought in more surface mount technologies, digital components, which are lower cost, more reliable. And because we use a common platform across multiple technologies, it allows us to get economies of scale in our purchasing power, to use common components, lower our overall cost, our inventory costs, that we can use to pass on some of that to the customers. It not only enhances our manufacturing process and the quality of the components we have, because you're managing fewer parts and different variants that are there, and allows us to get to more standardized solutions for our customers.
Another thing that people are always looking for is greater flexibility. It doesn't usually come to mind when you think about measurement technology as helping with flexibility. Are there specific things you can do to help people in their operations that way?
Yeah, I mean, from a flexibility side, there's things that I believe ABB does as a whole to be able to do that. We provide consultative, services for customers. There is no silver bullet flow meter, so it's not that you can take one flow meter and apply it in all different applications. So the flexibility we provide is we have 9 different technologies which will serve most of the applications that are there, and we allow the interface we have and the experience we have with customers is educating them and applying the right flow meter for the right application.
Mm-hmm. One of our topics here this year, a major topic, is the industrial Internet of Things. And can you give me just kind of an example or a feeling for how your product portfolio fits into that?
Yeah, and that's something that continues to evolve, the Internet of Things. And from an ABB point of view, we add two other pieces to that. It's the Internet of Things, people, and services. And tying those three pieces together on allowing more usable access and remote capabilities and remote diagnostic capabilities to devices. So you can, with our electronics and our output of our electronics, we can transmit information back over the internet to mobile phones, web-based platforms, or whatever's necessary to give health of meters, totalization of flow meters for what it is, and allows the access to work bidirectionally, so you can talk to the device from remotely and get information out of it remotely. And the diagnostic piece that's there is, using smarter instruments to provide customers with more data to make better decisions on their operating processes, their maintenance plans, or even their service plans as well.
So how does that spread across the whole instrument portfolio that you've got?
It's an area we continue to evolve as the Internet of Things does evolve, which is there. Because we use a common platform of electronics we have a platform for our 4-wire devices and a platform for our 2-wire devices that are running on the same foundation of software and diagnostic capabilities. We can spread that across all the devices as it comes forward. So as users become more in tune with the Internet of Things and what information and data they want out of devices, we're already starting the process of preparing to allow them to access that information. So I believe we're a little bit ahead of the game because we've been planning for this common platform for multiple years with a view that this is where the technology is going to evolve, and we better be prepared to move with the market as the market moves as well.
One final question I have for you guys. If I look at ABB, historically, there have been all kinds of wars over device interfaces and field buses and so on, and you guys have been pretty, I would say, not neutral, but agnostic to that, accepting a number of different technologies. Is that a fair differentiation, or how would you say you kind of differentiate yourself in the market as ABB in terms of measurement products?
I think what we we leave the communications protocols up to the choice of the user. ABB is a leader in control systems in the market, and we can interface with our control systems, but not everybody's going to use an ABB control system. They'll use somebody else's, and we need to make sure that our devices will operate within their control systems and in the desire of the communications protocol that the customer, the end user, wants to go with. So we're really flexible on that form. It's always nicer when you use a ABB instrument with an ABB control system because the interoperability is a little bit easier on the start for the customer, but it doesn't preclude us from operating with anybody else's control system. And the protocols are always evolving. We've gone from HART devices, still the most commonly used device, to Foundation Field Bus, to Profibus, and now you see more Modbus and Ethernet capabilities, and we just follow the trends of the industry and the market and make sure that we can service all the customers in multiple industries to allow them to make their own choices on how they want to communicate with devices.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, Greg. It's really been great to have you here. And nice to see you. I hope to see you again next year, and look forward to another conversation then.
Definitely will. Thank you very much as well.
I'm Harry Forbes, and I've been here with Greg Livelli, Vice President of Flow Measurement for ABB. Thank you very much for watching.